Hello everyone, welcome back to Death Stranding. So we're hauling Mama up the mountain. Ignore all the blood stains, it's not her blood, it's mine. Yeah. Anyway, come on.
Time to move.
So we went from all the way down here, from Mama's lab, up to the distro center by zipline, and we drove a truck all the way up here. And we tried to build some more trucks, but we had some trouble with mules. We had lots of, some issues. So I am going to not be stupid. I'm going to follow the road down to like here, and I'm going to go way outside of mule territory. And then come back to there, perhaps? I'm not sure. The road goes this way, but that's like our river. We can't go up that river. That's not going to work. Following our old path, where we went up, we went through the mountain. I think that's probably more promising. We could try checking this way out though. Either way, let's get on the road and we'll start looking around. We've done what we can to make this easier. We could try to build more roads also still, but it takes so much materials. And the road goes right through the I say mule, but they're not mule. They're demons. Let's stop boosting. We need to maintain power. Electricity. That's something to the cosplayer, way up here. It's yellow. We can get across that. Do I want to get across that? I bet. No, I don't. I want to keep heading this way. I feel like we've done a poorer job by Mama than we have on like any other person we've had to help out. We're kind of like letting her sit around while we build roads and things. That's red. We better cross back here. Normally I see order for Sam and I say, okay, we're going to drop everything else. We're just going to get this done. But I was a bit lazy this time. Or industrious? Trying to make the most of my trip. Does that have red on it? Yeah, it's got red. Okay. Maybe back this way. Hey, it's a hot spring. Oh, we have to have another hot spring. The World's End Miracle Pool.
What's this, break time?
That's right. While an exceedingly faint but measurable quantity of chiralium has been detected in this radium spring, it poses no risk to humans. And well, may be the source of the water's miraculous healing properties. Hey! I shouldn't look. It's too lewd.
Feels like I just repatriated.
Hey, she gave me a like!
That was nice.
And she even had unique dialogue for it. Nice! The polish of this game, I swear. How's the water? Still red. There, this will do. You okay, Mama? you shouted pretty hard there. 0% damage. Unfortunately, she's still blood covered. But at least she isn't as fragile as that bomb was. Because that bomb was just... It was just getting knocked around left and right. Well, mostly back and forward. But you know what I mean. Where am I even going? I'm going the wrong way. I'm heading for this valley, and I need to be going towards this valley. So that's why... Okay. Never mind. Never mind. There's the time, Paul. And there's a road builder thing right there. So this is the last road. Okay. But we have no supplies, like none, nada. Doctor. That's a new one. So, we know there's a doctor, and we know there's a roboticist out there somewhere that we still haven't found. But we don't have time to pick up cargo. We need to deliver this girl to her sister. There's even a little charge thing.
Sam, do you remember your own birth?
That's a heavy question.
I remember being inside the womb. I wasn't alone. I could hear my mother's heartbeat. Hers. And Lockne's. We were conjoined twins.
Oh.
One and the same before we were born. But then they tried to separate us with surgery. The operation was successful. We were still one. We knew each other's thoughts without saying a word. My joy was her joy. Her pain was my pain. And no distance was too great for us to overcome. Some might call it a kind of telepathy. Divided in body, joined in spirit. We had a beach just for us. One we shared. Our own private chiral network, you might say. With Cupids, we can build one that will let everyone share what Lockne and I have. I saw it all laid out before me after I signed up for Bridge. A network that could unite everyone, no matter how scattered or different. That would make us whole. It wouldn't be about bringing people into line. It would be about bringing them into the fold, where they would share and share alike. I knew it could change the world. With Amelie's help, we finalized the Cupid design.
Uh-oh.
But after the attack and the birth, everything changed. For the first time in my life, Lockne wasn't there. But I'm not alone anymore. I can feel her again. She's close.
Okay, I just have this sudden impression
Thank you, Sam.
that she's not gonna make it. I think we're gonna get interrupted.
You and me, Six. Me and you. I'm sorry, Lockne.
This feels like an ending. Like, I think this might be the end of Mama. Should we stop? I guess we kind of have to go, but... But I'm trying to think, like, from a narrative standpoint, where is her story going from here? That would be at all good. There's our old path. Starting to snow. A little worried about this, but we'll see. Maybe she'll be happy. Like, this will be a new beginning for her.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Surely she doesn't still need to be... Oh well.
Lincoln, no. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. I love you so much. It's good to hear your voice again. I shouldn't have kept you in the dark. Tried to save her. I couldn't. You don't have to say it anymore. Lockne. You need to fix his Cupid. I couldn't save our child, but you can save our world. Only you. I love you. You hear me? Forever. And always. Now, make the world whole, okay? Just like you make me.
Why was she hurt? I got her here in perfect condition. Was it because I cut the cord? I don't know. We're whole again. Achievement. Now my bots have done stuff.
All that she went through. I had no idea. I thought she'd severed our bond on purpose, that she stole our child and ran. I fixed your Cupid like she asked. The limiter should be functioning properly now. There is one thing. Before I sat down to work, I took a long, hard look at the code. I'm pretty sure someone's tweaked it. Either that, or my memory's going to pieces.
Someone rewrote your code?
Rewrote might be overstating it. Let's just say it wasn't the latest version I released. And yet, because of it, I was finally reunited with Malingan. Could be we found our culprit already. She died beneath the rubble, with our child still inside her. Her Ka passed over to the other side, but her Ha remained, bound to our dead daughter. She knew all of this, of course. That's why she kept one cuff loose. Didn't want anyone seeing her vitals. Shame she couldn't use her favorite invention. She did all that to keep me and our daughter safe.
He's so not buying it. So she was like a zombie? Oh. Bunch of new interviews. Stabilizer. An extra backpack thing? Interesting. Stabilizer.
Sis? I can hear you. We're whole again. We're one. Like before in the womb, remember? Malingan. Lockne.
Her eyes. Oh my.
Well done, Sam.
That's messed up.
Thanks to you, Edgenut City is finally within reach. And you, Lockne. Your work will help ensure that the Chiron network remains online. Together, we might just make it all the way west. Now then, Sam. there's something else you ought to know. We've been studying the data from when you claim you encountered those soldiers. We had audio, which doesn't paint a complete picture on its own, but the languages, the names, and terms we picked out, the munitions we could identify, everything seems to indicate that you were on a battlefield over 100 years ago. World War I, to be precise.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't a dream. Wasn't a hallucination. Maybe you were spirited away to another dimension or something. And given the time discrepancies, maybe you were sent to a beach. Can't say anything for certain. That said, I've never heard of a beach turned into a battlefield. But beaches are shaped by the will of the people who inhabit them. Perhaps Hartman can offer a more rational explanation. Beaches are his specialty. Unfortunately, he's still outside the chiral network. Anyway, get some rest. No use dwelling on questions we can't answer yet.
I've been talking to Hartman this entire time. What do you mean he's outside the network? That was a messed up story. I'm sorry, but that's creepy. I'm not skipping even though I can, just because I wonder if something new might happen. Is our beard growing? Maybe?
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Definitely could use a shave, either way. Ah, we have a new little figurine. Pretty cool looking guy. With the mask split open when he was attacking. He didn't seem as dangerous though as the first one we fought. Like his attacks seemed really telegraphed. Really telegraphed. He just ran forward and he pounced a little bit, and you just throw a grenade and he goes away. I felt we were a bit under-equipped for it, but that's okay. Where's BB?
Lou?
Ooh, looking for this? Surprise. Fragile warped me here. I finally got to visit the beach. Well, her beach. Don't worry, I didn't come all this way for the sightseeing. Your beloved BB has a serious issue. You may recall me explaining that these incubators connect BBs via the chiral network to their still mothers back at HQ. Bridge babies are quite literally bridges between this world and the other side. Their place is not here with us, nor with the BTs over there. They belong precisely in between, with no greater affinity for one world or the other. But BB-28 here has been leaning further and further towards the world of the living. Towards you, Sam.
It's because we're partners.
Partners? Sam, a BB's a tool, not a human being. Bridge, yes. Baby, no.
So tell me what the problem is.
This tool, this weapon, is transforming into a living being. It's gaining weight. Its brain activity is increasing. It's accumulating memories. BB-28 is becoming self-aware, becoming an actual child.
Doesn't sound like a problem to me.
It's hardware, Sam. Manufactured for a purpose. A purpose it cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it. Which hardly matters because at this point, it'll cease functioning within a couple of days.
Cease functioning?
That's right. Not even the pod will be enough. It'll be bricked.
What do we do?
We reset it. You'll have to leave it with me, of course. I'll cut the cord that links the two of you and then perform an operation that reconnects it to the other side. Think of it as a little tug to correct its alignment, to put it back where it belongs, right between the world of the living and the dead. But like I said, you'll have to be without it for a while.
You're sure this'll work?
Of course. One catch, though. The surgery may erase its memories.
Erase? They'll forget me?
Relax. The BB will still function as intended. You just have to trust me. Come on.
You named it? Lou?
I'm telling you, it's like a game. Just select retry and start again. And this is why I hate these things. Sam, I was already filthy from my trip through the beach, but now your BB has added insult to injury.
Oh dear. Yeah, he seems happy.
Oh.
I mean, clearly it's wanting us to go try to take a shower. What?
Shh. No one can spy on us in here. It's just you and me. No audio records of what we say. No video for lip reading analysis. Get closer. Die Hardman cannot know of this. Understood? I've been doing some digging into the first BB experiments. Officially, they were suspended by the government, following a void out which claimed the life of the then acting president. Documents were shredded. BB technology banned, yes? But obviously, the experiments continued in secret, on the direct orders of President Strand.
Bridget?
Excessive
The
weight.
BBs were essential to solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. Oh, she had big plans for them. They weren't designed just to be BT detectors. She wanted to incorporate them into the chiral network to facilitate travel to the beach. But none of her plans ever came to fruition. And now BB Tech has fallen into terrorist hands.
What's Die Hardman's part in this?
I'm afraid to find out. I don't know how long he was working for Strand. I don't even know his real name or his face. I thought you might, since you two go further back.
He was already wearing the mask when I met him. Something about burning his face.
Right. Sorry. Any data we have from back then is classified at the highest level. As far as I know, the director is the only one with clearance. But the chiral network presents a new opportunity. By compiling fragmented data in the public domain from all across the country, I might be able to piece together a little more of the puzzle. Be careful, Sam. They're watching. Well, Sam, you're a good sport. I'll give you that. Still, it's a fine way to get out of doing the laundry.
Just fix BB, all right?
Oh no, you'll be doing the fixing. I'd never manage without your help. Check the delivery terminal upstairs for the details. When you're ready, of course.
Ooh, our hands are all healed. Good. I felt terrible with the bruises we had last time we sat. Oh, it's all dried up. That was a really weird scene. With Sam cringing back all the time. No BB. Yeah, he's not here. He's just gone. How are we going to be able to fight? I guess we have to progress because we can't go and fight BTs now. Seems a little excessive. Stamina increased by 1. That seems a bit of a waste. Probably because of the hot spring. We already are boosted. I really wish he'd just eat it all at once. The whole thing where he takes one bite of it and then the other, that bothers me. Let's read. Make BB feel better by connecting up nearby facilities. Okay, so this is probably going to be doing the novelist, the roboticist, and the, what was the other one we saw? The doctor. The doctor, yeah. But let's read our mail. First of all, we did get new things, but I don't remember hearing them. Like, I'm wondering if we took the wrong path. And if we'd taken the right path, we would have heard these. Oh well. Mama, the fallen angel. Mountain Knot City is now part of the UCA. Lockne explained about how it's all a big misunderstanding. What a relief. The tar is all gone too. Oh, is it? Okay. We should look outside when the because there was this huge tar pit. Anyway. This is gonna sound weird, but you know the Odra deck on Mama's left shoulder? Didn't used to think much of it, but someone told me it was a symbol of her atonement. She did betray Lockne after all, even if terrorism might have been to blame. Couldn't help but think of herself as a fallen angel after that, forever barred from joining Lockne in heaven. Like Abezethabu? That's a anyway. That one-winged fella who followed Beelzebub down to Egypt once upon a time to cause trouble for Moses. Guess Mama was feeling poetic when she redesigned her Odra deck and used it to comfort her dead child. Strange, maybe, though I suppose she was already dead herself. Which is, I'm still haven't processed that. She was apparently already dead the entire time we knew her. Looks like that's all in the past, though. The misunderstanding has been resolved, and the sisters are whole again, thanks to you. Mama finally worked up the courage to cut the cord and send her baby to the other side, where it belongs. It was the right thing to do for the kid. So the two are one, and the fallen angel got a second chance just as well. Just as well, because no one's ever really beyond redemption, I like to think. I don't get it, but whatever. Gourds! Mr. Sam Bridges, thank you so much for bringing that cargo all the way out here. I must say, I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to meet the man I'd heard so much about. I respect your mission to try and rebuild the America of yore, though I can't say it's got anything to do with me. Frankly, I'm not even sure if I agree with it in principle. I really am grateful, though. Thanks to you, my life's work is back on track. My beloved gourds are looking more healthy and lively than ever. Admittedly, the ideal climate for gourds would be warmer than we've got here, but I've managed well enough. It's awfully high elevation for trying to grow stuff. Anyway, I hope my father will be proud. Though he made a living as a novelist, he was also something of a gourd enthusiast. I felt compelled to carry on his legacy, one way or another, and since I'm no wordsmith, I really only have one choice. I read somewhere that gourds used to be considered very lucky in the Far East, that they're used as charms to ward off evil, kind of like that dream catcher of yours. Langdon, at the distribution center. Oh, this is the guy! Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm the guy you brought blood for. If you hadn't come through for me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be looking forward to working again, or writing you now, or here, period. I wanted to thank you face to face, but since I didn't know when I might get the chance, I thought I'd write you instead. I need you to know how grateful I am. I owe you my life. I'll never forget that. If you hadn't taken on that order, your next might have been to haul my corpse to the incinerator instead. I'd be ash and corellium in the wind by now, or worse, a BT. You've given me another chance, one I don't intend to waste. Rest assured, I'll repay my debt by doing everything I can to help you rebuild America. Is it weird to have feelings for bots? This stays between you and me, okay? I'm trusting you. Right. Here goes. Thing is, I've come to have feelings for the delivery bots. Nothing weird, just, you know how people are happy to see you when you drop by and worry about you when you're not around? It's like that. For the bots. I can tell them apart. I know their every scratch, every patch of peeling paint, every little quirk. I know their personalities. And if we lost one, I can't say I wouldn't shed a tear or two. Sounds crazy, right? AIs and bots don't have feelings. But humans can't help it. And convincing yourself it's not logical and trying to fight it is easier said than done. Maybe that's why people used to name their cars, because they were more than just tools, you know? Not that you don't understand. You've got a BB. They may tell you it's just equipment, and you may tell yourself that too, but that's not what you believe in your heart of hearts, is it? Yeah. People name their cars? Watch out for chiral spikes from the weather station. Things are looking up, Sam. We're now getting temperature, humidity, wind speed, and air pressure readings along with chiral density data over a huge area in real time to boot. And we're able to analyze all that data and provide an incredibly accurate forecast of what's going to happen next. Most importantly, we can carefully track chiral density in regions where BTs are predisposed to appear, which allows us to predict when and where timefall is likely to occur. But you know what's strange? We've been getting some odd readings lately. Massive chiral spikes, but outside these BT zones. We also heard that Higgs managed to, I guess you'd say, summon a BT or two to Port Knot City, and that you were attacked by them? Damn. If our assumptions were mistaken, and BTs can pop up anywhere if Higgs or someone like him makes it happen, then all the hard work we put into developing our timefall forecast might have been for nothing. Not much point in predicting the rain when the end of the world is on the horizon. Charles Kahn from the way station. Something glowing down on the crater. Hey there, Sam. Everyone's got something they're good at, right? I'm no exception. Ever since I realized I was stranded here on this desert island of a continent, I've been keeping my eyes fixed to the horizon. And you know what? My vision's gotten better as a result. People have taken to calling me Eagle-Eyed Charles, and that ain't no lie. I spy things long before anyone else. Chiral clouds subtly shifting in the sky. porters walking along a mountain ridge, an undiscovered hot spring down in a valley, you name it. What's more, I think I've gotten even better at it lately. I reckon it's because of the chiral network, or maybe it's all in my mind, whatever. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you was something I saw the other day. Something small and glowing down in the crater where Middle Knot City used to be. I really wanted to investigate, but we don't have any Bridges people in that area. Maybe it's something you can look into if you're ever passing by. I can't get there. I really want to, but wait a minute. I can't see the map from here. But, yeah, there's like a really deep lake all around, a really deep water thing all around that crater. Married life, not what I expected. These two are continually filling me in on their troubles. Dear Sam, did you meet up with Amelie yet? I hope she lives up to your memory of her when you finally do. I didn't get so lucky in that respect. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't live with him anymore. I went back to my mom's. It was terrifying making the trip on my own, but I watched the weather patterns for days and made it, just barely. Maybe I should have asked for help, but I couldn't bear to wait any longer. For your sake, I hope yours and Amelie's story is a happier ending. Really? It was like 2 or 3 days ago where you got married. Actually, can we find that chiral artist? So the chiral artist got married. Where is it? We got married on 7/24. And now she ran home on 7/31. And by the way, that makes it really obvious that I'm playing on the weekends, isn't it? Anyway. But she lasted a week. Oh well. We used to have things called letters. Newspapers and magazines used to be published on a regular basis, once a month, perhaps, or in the case of newspapers, every morning or evening. They were part of life's rhythm in my father's time. Some people's routines practically revolved around them, but no matter how much you yearned for the next issue, you had no choice but to wait patiently until it was published. It was the same with letters once. There was a time when you couldn't just compose and send a message and have it delivered to the recipient almost instantaneously. You had to take up pen and paper and carefully write out your thoughts, which you then sealed in an envelope and stuck in a post box, after which you had to wait for the postman to come collect, process, and eventually deliver it. It might take days for some letters to reach their destination, longer even if they have to travel through the sky or across the sea. And then after all that waiting, you had no choice but to wait even longer for a reply. I can't help but thinking that might have been a good thing. Imagine spending your days waiting with bated breath, wondering what the postman might bring. What a beautiful exercise for the imagination. The Wandering MC. The post guides the present achievement. For opening a certain amount of mail, I guess? Well, Sam, I never thought this day would come, but it looks like we're going to host an all-American cosplay convention. All credit to you, of course. Well, you and the Chiral Network. Anyway, we're all pretty busy preparing for it right now, but I just wanted to drop you a line, tell you something you might like. More and more porters are getting into cosplay and transforming themselves into you. I don't just mean they're wearing the same clothes. They're adopting your voice, your mannerisms, everything. Honestly, I actually thought it was you the first few times, but there's no way even the man who delivers could work so quickly. I've got to say, people are getting so good at cosplay, it's scary. But what an honor for you. You should be so proud of yourself. That's kind of creepy that someone's trying to look like you. A lot of people. Using the network to spread the cosplay gospel. Joining the UCA has done so much to help me spread the word about my costumes. And all sorts of people have gotten in touch and sent me ideas for designs. This would never have happened if it weren't for you, Sam. Thank you. I don't think I have mentioned this before, but I've got a twin sister. Maybe you've met her? She's a prepper too, but she doesn't do cosplay. She's more interested in spiritual stuff. You know, mystical mumbo-jumbo, all that. Two sides of the same coin, though. I guess cosplay is all about metamorphosis, being at one with nature. You should go have a chat with her if you haven't. She's pretty interesting in her own way. I don't think we have. I don't remember anyone like you. Like, who would that be? The only other women on the network are the chiral artist, her mom, the Timefall farmer, and that's it. Maybe the doctor or the roboticist, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like she's a religious person. Someone new. What do you think of the chiral boots? Thank you again for everything you've done for us. I've been wondering, how are those boots holding up? My daughter's the one who made them, in case you didn't know. I'm not too sure how they work myself. Something about a chiralium coating making them extra durable? I'd be worried about contamination myself, to tell the truth. So I wouldn't blame you if you don't wear them and just held on to them as a keepsake. Having said that, if I know at least anything about you, you're going to want to try them at least once. You strike me as someone who values the practical over the ornamental. My daughter made several pairs like that, you know. She's really quite something, isn't she? If you do decide to take them for a spin, let me know how they treat you. They've been pretty good so far. You know, I've been running around the same pair of boots for quite a while now. I mean, they're still above half. And that was like 3 hours ago. Avoiding autotoxemia. We never hear from anyone to the east anymore. I should go back east. I should go back east and do a bunch of missions for like the wind farm or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. That's well, I guess that's a really terrible idea because we don't have BB. But as soon as we get BB back, we're going back east. How's it going, Sam? You still taking care of your BB? I'm sure you are. Not like some porters I could mention. Some guys practically shake their pods till their BBs start crying. Some of them even ditch them when their crying becomes too much. Of course, a quiet BB isn't necessarily a good thing. Could mean the kid's suffering from autotoxemia. The thought alone stresses me out. Happened to me once, you see. I was out in BT territory, and I couldn't make it back to a private room in time. I could tell my BB needed time in an incubator, but I was too late. Autotoxemia is a terrible thing, Sam. He was just floating there in his pod. Wouldn't react no matter what I did. BBs can't detect BTs in that state either, so even the most stone-cold porter would be sweating bullets. Truth be told, though, I was more worried about my BB than I was about myself. Screw the PR bullshit. They're not just equipment. Don't go saying that to just anyone, but I know you feel the same. If you ask me, a BB's no different from any other baby. Treat them with love and affection, and they'll react to you, same way they'd react to a parent. Sorry, I know I'm getting emotional, but can you just do me a favor? Try to make sure your BB never suffers from autotoxemia. And if they do, take care of them, and do whatever you can to make them feel better. I don't think they've ever had autotoxemia, except for the one time they force you to, by the story. So I think we've done pretty good. I haven't delivered the pizza yet. I forgot about the pizza. Charles Kahn. People think bridges are terrorists. Hope you're kicking ass and taking names, Sam. We heard that HQ suspects the whole central knot void out thing might have been terrorism. Kinda blew my mind. I think they're hitting the East Coast already. Things have been getting worse out here, too. But it was way quieter in this neck of the woods when we first showed up. Back then, it didn't matter what breed of crazy they were. Separatists, isolationists, leave me alone-itarians. Whatever. I love that name. Leave me alone-itarians. You could at least get them to sit down and talk. Now it's blow shit up first, ask questions later. All because some folks got in their heads that Bridges and UCA are the real baddies. Not that I'm saying we shouldn't keep on trying to speak sense to these guys. If we don't, we'll be stuck beating each other over the head with bigger and bigger sticks till the world's covered in craters. But on top of everything, now we've got these demons wackos and their wacko-in-chief Higgs to deal with. Not that he was always a total Fruit Loop. Used to be a porter, ran his own outfit hereabouts, and then the postmaster went postal. Don't ask me how or why. I don't think even he could tell you. End of the day, only way forward is with each other, hand in hand with our fellow man. That's what the UCA is all about, am I right? Alright, that's all our mail. We have many interviews. Let's see what tips we got. Snow. Yes. Snow depletes stamina. And don't go to sleep at high altitudes. Is that a real thing? Like, as a repatriate, wouldn't you come back? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess I'd assumed that we were kind of like immortal because we could always come back from the beach. Not just from like a void out, but like if I just fell off a cliff and died, I'd still be able to come back to my body. Anyway, when near a BT, press X to cut its cord. I'd like to try it, but we haven't had a good opportunity since we got the ability to. Cargo marked to void impact, yeah. Damaged by bumpy travel when transported. I know we almost failed that mission. It was like our worst Order for Sam ever. Stabilizer. Will improve your ability to keep your balance and reduce damage taken when you fall over. It looked like it was big though. Resting and saving. You cannot rest or save when proximity to a threat. I don't know when I've tried to do that, but that's okay. Our memory chips, another frame, a snow crystal for fragile, another bike, the terrorist view of bridges from Die Hardman. The first expedition set off without any problems. Both the advance party and the rear guard are en route to the west coast as we speak. They haven't reported any trouble with terrorists and the like. This is 3 years ago then. The further out they get, the greater the danger. There's a hell of a lot of separatists out there who want nothing to do with the UCA. Some are more extreme than others, perhaps, but there's no denying where they stand. Seems like just yesterday it was only ideological differences. Strongly held opinions at worst. But then Corellium started messing up people's heads, turning extremists into demons, mules into Gestalt. What's Gestalt? And debate into violence. And now we're headed west into their territory. Invaders coming for their freedom, and they're waiting for us, minds made up and guns in hand. Amelie and the others aren't looking for a fight. She's going to try to talk sense into people, convince them to join us. If all the cities sign on, our nation could rise again. No one wants to take anything from these people, only give them back what was lost. Only they could understand that. BTs and voidouts. The following conclusions are largely derived from a handful of eyewitness accounts. While I'd advise anyone to take them with a grain of salt, I still believe they are worth sharing. BTs pursue their prey through a multi-step process. In the first, they begin searching for a target. The handprints left behind is evidence of this behavior. Upon detection, one or more BTs will attempt to seize the target and drag it towards a much larger entity. To clarify, however, a void-out does not occur at the point of contact between the giant and the human, but only once the human has been subsumed into the giant's body. This may be because this is the only place where antimatter is present within the entity. It goes without saying that BTs are entirely different from any creature of this world, and we have much to learn about them. One thing is for certain, however, we must come to understand them, else we may never overcome this existential threat they pose. Lockne and Malingen. You know what we used to dream about? Seeing what's beyond those clouds up there. We've spent our whole lives beneath a Corellium sky. It's all we've ever known. But we also know the world used to be so much bigger. Our parents told us. They were researchers who worked for NASA. Though these days most people wouldn't know what that was. Went up in smoke around the same time America did. All our parents work with it. But we still have our dreams, the one thing our parents gave us that can never be taken away. Malingen and I were named after a pair of craters left by meteors which struck the Earth 450 million years ago. Those craters are proof that this planet is part of something bigger, that we exist within a vast interconnected universe. Our names serve as a reminder of this fundamental truth, symbols of our parents' hope that our isolation is only temporary. That's why we join bridges too, to bring the people of this country together again, to one day reunite this planet with the greater universe that surrounds it. Okay, that's enough interviews for now. Interesting stuff, but Well, apparently there's only one left. Okay, let's do the one left. Antimatter in storage. Everything went like clockwork and we recovered all the antimatter. Performed the requested maintenance on the magnetic trap, too. Should be a bit more stable now. Still can't believe those amateurs managed to get their hands on the stuff, though. Apparently they stumbled across it while researching chiral clouds. Though I suppose that makes sense. Even before the Death Stranding, there was evidence that regular lightning storms could generate antimatter, and chiral ones are surely stranger. Sounds like they were able to capture it only once, though, so that's something. Imagine if antimatter was easy to get a hold of. Terrorists would have a field day. Anyway, we've got it stored safely now, and no one's the wiser. I just hope something good comes of it, that's all. You know what the alternative is, Lockne. Interesting. Anyway, let's get moving. So we have no BB. I know. Last time we were here, we went straight east over the mountain. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. This is where he always hooks up, but there's nothing to hook up. Oh, people are delivering materials to auto pavers. Awesome. Maybe actually some of the roads will get built. Like, I think all those were already there. But hopefully they were a bit more full, because they were the ones that needed like 7,000 more. That one's not full. Better. That one's empty. This one's close. So someone got some supplies for this one. Good. And this one needs us a ridiculous amount of chiral crystals and some ceramic and a tiny bit of metal. Again, ridiculous amount of ceramics. Feels weird not having a BB. I can still Odra deck, but I can't, I guess... Check on BB.
Fixed up soon.
Aww. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's not going to send us into BT territory.
Your BB isn't performing to spec. We'll have to put your primary mission on hold until we restore its functionality. It's our only Dooms compatible unit. And you're going to have to deal with more BTs as you head further west. Case in point, Amelie's informed us of a tar belt outside of Edge City. A massive region crawling with BTs that Higgs supposedly summoned. And as much as we want you to get her out as soon as possible, you'll have a snowball's chance in hell without your BB. So your first priority is to help Deadman restore it to working order. And since he's on site, maybe the two of you can discuss it in person.
Sam, I'm a little busy
person.
at the moment, so I hope you don't mind if we stick to Hollow. First, I need you to link up a few preppers in the area so we can increase local chiral density. That's to bolster the connection between BB-28 and its stillmother. Then, as I explained earlier, we need to correct your BB's alignment. To facilitate that process, we need to quite literally put some distance between you two. Keep it here while we send you out. If everything goes to plan, your BB should resume normal function.
Fortunately, this plan advances our other objectives. We want to integrate this region into the chiral network anyway. So build relationships with the preppers by making deliveries and convince them to come on board. It's not easy to make a home for yourself in those mountains. Even so, plenty of people had a mind to try. You'll find shelters scattered throughout. We've got a whole list of orders from them waiting to be processed. Remember, though, that you're dealing with folks who chose to live out there. Folks who probably value their privacy. Don't think for a second it'll be easy to win them over. You'll have to earn their trust, bit by bit, job by job. Another thing, Sam. you'll be making runs without a BB
Yeah.
for a spell. That will vastly diminish your ability to detect BTs. So keep your eyes and ears open for anything out of the ordinary. And stay the hell out of the rain if you can help it.
So, when we were here before, we went up the mountain, and there were like BTs all through this area. Like it was just full of BTs. And I guess we went right off the map into there. Online safe house up here. Something's going on in this area. Anyway, let's see what they want us to do. Delivery to the doctor, and there's the roboticist. Yeah. Okay. Delivery to a mountainous area. I'm just gonna do one at a time. I see there's a bridge there. Should I bring like ladders and stuff? I kind of want to. Let's just bring a couple ladders to be safe.
Order assigned.
Actually, there was a road that was pretty close, right? What's that need? Another 500 ceramics and 700 metal. Nah, I shouldn't take that. Oh, I missed my BB. Who apparently I named Lou? I think that was the first I've heard of this.
Sam, you read me?
Lockne?
Uh-huh. Calling you via a Bridges dedicated line. I've been asked to carry on in my sister's place and provide you with support. We're whole again. One. Forever and always. We still speak, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting up to speed.
You back with Bridges then?
It's not about that. Never was. It's about what she wants. What we want. And why shouldn't we help you? You helped us. We're all connected now.
That's kind of a creepy way of thinking of being connected. No? Okay. Sure. Bit by bit, piece by piece, we will have a highway. And yeah, there used to be like little things of tar sticking out over there. It's like, is it got a bottom now, or is it... it's still tar. Still tar at the bottom. A little bit. But for the most part, it's not a big pit in the ground anymore. So... Alright, where am I going? That way. Stop doing that! Okay. Oh my god. We done? Okay. So there's a bridge right there. I think I probably should stay off the road. And just go like this way. Maybe not. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Might have to start bringing a sticky gun to pick stuff up like this, because I'm not going out to there. Thank you for the bridge. That's a very helpful bridge.
Don't mind me.
Come on.
Delivery? Oh, good. Excellent. Everything appears to be in perfect condition.
Nice. Up to 2.5 just from a single delivery.
There's something I've been meaning to ask. Would you help me join the UCA? If me being a part of it ensures more people get the medical attention they require, then it's well worth the hassle.
Like, this guy lives about 5 minutes away from Mountain Knot City. So is there gonna be like I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. Are there gonna be 6 people to add into the network, or only a few? Like around this Heart Lake up here.
Thank you for that. I might not be as young as I once was, but I've still got plenty to offer. Oh, by the way, I came across something I thought you might find useful. You're more than welcome to it.
A new canteen? Yeah, our canteen has been upgraded. It produces monster energy that restores more stamina.
Your deliveries have saved lives. And, as you know, every life that's saved is one fewer BT to deal with. Which in the long run means even more lives are saved. Please, don't give up. No matter how difficult it may become, I implore you.
I see you've put another shelter on the network. Nice job. Chiral levels are increasing as predicted, which is good. As for BB-28, you'll be pleased to hear the operation went well. There should be no need for additional major procedures. We're not out of the woods yet, but I think it's safe to say that the worst is behind us. All that remains is to continue expanding the network, monitor changes as chiral levels increase, and make adjustments as necessary. Drug therapy should suffice.
Did he forget
Keep it
me?
up, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery.
So you want to go to the distribution center, or just right back to Mountain. This one's huge. We're not going to make that without roads. Can bots do it? No. So, especially not urgently. That needs a road. Need to be able to get a truck up here. But just this one, synthetic cryptobiote samples. Do not submerge. We should be able to do that. Deliver it within 1 minute and 54 seconds? Good God. That's, that's not going to happen. Unless we build a little zip line right between these two areas, maybe. Like someone else just did. There, that's... Snuffles is my slave name? Good God.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
But there's no connecting. We need to build a counterpart on the other side.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
This is a really weird little off the chiral network place. Like it comes to a little point right here. Okay. Stop punching the air, Sam. Okay, so there's one over there already. So we just need to make one right here in the middle. That can see both. Just like everyone else is doing. What's that one? Way over there. Can we get all three? Nah, we're going too far around the slope. It's gotta be more over this way. Come on. Was that it? No. No. I don't think it's possible. But that's okay, because that one is surely in range of that one. It's just we can't cut out the middle.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's set this up.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
So we're gonna end up right here.
Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until deployed.
Going this way.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridge. Weapons restrictions lifted.
This is still not very much time. Let's give you 2 minutes.
Verifying ID. Clear.
We'll give it a try though.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Come on, get on it. Get on it.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. All weapons will be all clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Did it in under a minute. Even though that was terrible right at the start.
Thanks, Sam.
Spun around the pole
City
twice.
wouldn't be on the chiral network if it weren't for you. And now we can finally do our part for the UCA. Sorry you had to go through so much trouble. Just know that we appreciate it. Wow, how did you get this here so fast? I tell you, you never fail to impress.
"51 seconds. Nice. We just zoomed. There's rank 3. Assault rifle level 3. But it's not non-lethal. It's like an actual lethal assault rifle, so it's useless. Okay, there's the good one. A bit more. That paid for placing down the thing, the zipline. We're almost at delivery time 20.
We were on our own for the longest time. But since joining the UCA, we've been able to communicate with people all over. We've learned a lot from them. And them from us, I'd like to think. We've never felt so connected. You know, folks have shared stories about you too.
You know, the incredible things you've done. I gotta be honest, part of me still can't believe you're real. Much less that you're willing to go through hell and back just to keep us going. Anyway, sorry. You got places to be. Just know that you'll always be welcome here. Why don't you rest up before you go?
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for
Hope
further
terrorists haven't
information.
got you yet. God, that's a real negative sort of feel to it. Okay, still disrupt the roboticist. And that I'm more worried about. Because I'm pretty sure there were BTs in that area when we went there last time. Let's wait on that for now. What's the time? Yeah, there's time fall right here. I almost wonder if we better to go down here and go up. Rather than trying to go across. Risk BTs. I mean, how do we do it? I don't know. I don't know, but we'll figure it out next time. I think we'll take a break here. So thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.